Cooking in the kitchen, cooking in the kitchen, always cooking in the kitchen.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Welcome back to Cooking in the Kitchen. It's been a little while, hasn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Would you like to introduce yourself today?
Sure. Hi, I'm Morgan, Jodi's best cooking partner, and I'm with my other best cooking partner.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Is that me? Mm-hmm. Sorry, I got a little distracted trying to get all of our technology set up. I am Jodi Edstrom. I'm the Chaska Library Branch Manager for the Carver County Library System. And we are so excited to be back today.
Definitely.
And if you've watched our program before, we often have a furry friend that joins us named Duke.
Yes.
We did give him a little treat today, so we'll see how long it takes him to chew through that,
Yeah.
and then he may make an appearance. So, and thank you to Susan, the librarian, who's in the background today. She's always happy to help answer questions and post links when we talk about the book that we're using today from the library system, of course. And she'll post some other great information for you as we roll through our program today. And who's excited for springtime and sunshine?
I know I
I am. So, and we should say too, feel free to say hello to us. We'll try to keep an eye on our comments today.
am. Yes.
If you have questions about the recipe, feel free to post those. If we don't get to them right away during our program, Susan or I can always chime in later and give you a shout out. So, okay, where are we at? We need to tell them what we're making today, right?
Yes, definitely.
Would you like to do the reveal?
Yes.
Do you remember what they're called?
Yeah.
What are we making today, Morgan?
Deviled eggs!
That's right, deviled eggs. We thought, it's springtime. I guess deviled eggs in my mind is like big family dinners, if you're celebrating Easter, or maybe you're just having a fun family gathering outside or still inside.
Yeah.
Or it can just be kind of a fun, easy treat to have on hand. I know your dad, oh my gosh, I think if I kept deviled eggs in the refrigerator all the time, he would be very, very happy. So, and we have some great greetings. Speaking of, your dad just said hello to us. And hello to Mary. Thanks for joining us today. All right, so Morgan, should we talk a little bit about the book we're going to be featuring today?
Yes.
All right, so this is called Delish Deviled Eggs. If you can see that, Delish Deviled Eggs. And the author is, and really probably the chef, is Kathy Casey. It's a collection of recipes from creative to classic. Mm-hmm. Now, we happen to have our own hard copy at home because I'm kind of obsessed with having cookbooks, right?
Yeah.
But if you were to check this out from the library, do you remember where we found it? Was it on the shelf in the library? No.
You could get it as an e-book?
As an ebook, that's right, Miss Morgan. As an ebook in the Libby app. So we've talked about that before. I love that. Yes, you can walk into any of our libraries and we have hard copies of wonderful cookbooks in our collection and some magazines that we feature. But then if you, just want to download the Libby app, maybe you're already active on that, there are so many great choices.
Yes, so many.
So many. And we're always keeping our eyes out for the newest, latest cookbooks that are coming out. So very exciting. Oh, we have another greeting from Grandma Marilyn. She says, deviled eggs, your dad's favorite. That'd be Grandpa's, yep. Yes, and Mary says, our neighbor next door. Yep, she says that's Paul's favorite too. So, yep, and Miss Susan says you can also read e-magazines on the Libby app too. Oh my gosh, we're full of so much information today.
I know.
So, okay, so a couple side notes before we start delving into these.
Delicious deviled eggs.
Delicious deviled eggs, that's right. Okay, one thing I really, really like about this particular book, Morgan, and all those that are joining us today, The author has really included a lot of interesting, kind of some historical information about deviled eggs, and then a lot of great basic tips to get you started at the beginning. And it's really interesting. Can I just share a little historical piece with you?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a little foggy exactly where the deviled eggs really comes from, but in ancient Roman and Egyptian time, they were eating stuffed eggs ever since fowl were first domesticated sometime around 6000 BC. That was a really long time ago. So not probably quite what we picture as the deviled eggs we're making here today, but there's kind of a long history in how they evolved over the years. Incredible, right? And you know, this is going to be exceptional today. Okay, I couldn't help myself. We've been working on excellent jokes.
Really? Really?
All right, I'll stop. Okay. Okay, so then she provides a little bit of history. She talks about there's the basic recipe for how to first, because what you first have to do is hard boil your eggs, Morgan.
Uh-huh.
And I actually did that ahead of time. You can do that for up to a week ahead of time. And sometimes people, the author talks about that can actually, it's easier to take the shells off if they've been sitting airtight in your refrigerator for a week.
Mm-hmm.
So, but, you know, that doesn't always, we don't always have time to do that. And so we kind of roll with what we have time to do, right? But so we hard boiled a dozen eggs. You put them in a pan. I put them in a single layer in cold water, and the water should go about 1 inch above your eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You follow me?
I follow you.
Awesome. You put it on your stove. You bring it to a boil. Okay? What does it mean when it's boiling?
It's like bubbling.
Yeah, the water's bubbling. And so this is where we have to be careful, right? Because that boiling water is very hot. Once it comes to a boil, you pull it off the heat, you cover it, you set your timer for 15 minutes, and that's the time that this particular author, you may come across other recipes or other resources that give you a different time,
Yes.
but that's what she suggested. So we tried that. And then you run them under cold water until they're really cooled off. And then voila, you can either put them in an airtight container in the fridge and save them for up to a week, or you can just be ready to peel them. And she gives some tips on peeling them as well. So, and Miss Jenny, Aaron's mom, our friend Aaron's mom, loves your apron.
Thank you.
Of course. We love Paris, don't we?
Definitely.
Okay. Well, we better get rolling. So that's the first step. You have to hard boil your eggs. Really easy. It's nice to have those on hand anyway.
Yeah.
Yep. And we're doing Grandma's old-fashioned deviled eggs, or it's a pretty classic recipe. And that brings memories to me because my grandma, Doris Jean, who you're named after, what's your name? What's your middle name?
Morgan Jean Edstrom.
Morgan Jean. Doris Jean always had deviled eggs at like every family meal I remember growing up. There was always a plate of those. So, speaking of which, the author also has a little short chapter on deviled eggs, like dishes. There's all kinds of fun, fancy dishes that you can have.
And of course, we had to get one.
Of course, right? We had to get a fancy deviled egg dish. Although this is pretty simple, pretty classic. And it's nice. It goes in the dishwasher, so don't have to hand wash this one. It's not too fancy. Okay, so once you've peeled your eggshells off, the next step is to take your eggs, and we're going to slice them very neatly in half.
They feel weird.
What do they feel like? What's the texture like?
It's like hard, but it's like soft and then jiggly.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to try carefully slicing one?
Sure.
Here, I'll hold it for you, okay?
I don't want to cut your finger
Nope,
off.
you won't. There we go. Voila.
They look good.
Mm-hmm. And you know what you can start doing while I'm slicing? So we already started. We took the yolks out in the middle. You can, sometimes they will just pop right out, like if you hold, yep. Or if you need a spoon, I have a spoon there too, okay? So we're going to get all those yolks out. All right. Okay. After our excellent jokes earlier, Susan added bad yolks. Get it? We're full of it today. All right.
Look at that perfect little one.
Very nice. Absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm taking over your job, aren't I? But this is another great family-friendly recipe that obviously there's different tasks that the adult can do the cutting if that's the best option, and then there's lots of fun things that your kiddo can help with. You got it?
Oh, Mom.
Oh, yep, careful. You got it? Here. You get that one. I'll get that one off of there. Okay. All right. And I probably, what I probably should have taken time to do is maybe wipe my knife off in between each so that that you don't have any residual yolk on the whites, but that's okay. All right. So then what we can do, we're going to put those right into our plate here.
Can I wash my hands?
Sure thing. You bet. All right. I'm going to put those right in. Now, as we're talking here, yeah, this particular book is fun because there are really so many different variations of deviled eggs. Again, we're just doing a very classic recipe. We'll give you a couple fun ideas at the end, but wow, who knew there could be so many different ways to make deviled eggs? So it might be fun to do some experimenting with that. Oh, we have a couple extras. Outliers, that's okay. We'll put them in this other container for now. Okay, so there, we've got those ready to go. We'll move this out of the way. Let's grab actually that bowl back.
Oh, okay.
We need to mix our filling.
Ooh.
Okay, so let's walk through our ingredients, okay? First up, what's in this one?
Sugar.
Sugar. So we need a half a teaspoon of sugar. Okay, can you find the half teaspoon?
That one?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Which side?
It doesn't matter. There, it's the same. Yep. We have these measuring spoons that have two sides. They will measure the same. Yep, that's great, Morgan. But the thinner side, if you have a jar, these actually fit in there. So that's what I really like, those particular measuring spoons. That's it. Yep. Okay, next up is our distilled white vinegar.
White vinegar?
Yep, and we're going to do a half teaspoon of white vinegar.
So now do I just pour it?
Yep, should I hold?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so be careful, it'll come out really fast. Okay, should I go ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so we'll dump that in there. Now we need a half teaspoon of dry ground mustard powder.
Okay.
Okay?
Can you help me?
You bet. You want to grab the mustard powder?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Why don't you unscrew the top?
Okay.
Because we don't want to sprinkle this one in. We actually want to measure it. So we'll use this side for that. You can see this will fit right in there, Morgan. There you go. You want it done? Awesome.
Perfect.
Okay. All right. And then next up is 6 tablespoons of mayonnaise.
Ooh.
There was a question. There's a question from Clay. How many eggs does the recipe call for? This calls for a dozen eggs. A dozen hard-cooked eggs.
And we have our
Oh, yes, and
Duke's mayonnaise.
we're not saying you have to purchase this brand, but we happen to have mayonnaise that's called Duke's mayonnaise. How perfect for our family, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to do 6 tablespoons. Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Which is
sorry.
the really big one.
I knew that, but just
Yep, so 6 of those.
Is that good?
Yeah, let's because we don't want to get too much there. Okay. There. It's sticking in there.
Do you want a spoon?
Yeah, we might have to. I'll grab one. You get the next scoop ready. I can actually use this spoon. Okay? We'll kind of. All right. 2. This is not a perfect science today. 3. How are we doing? We need 4.
4. 2 more.
Yep. Good job.
5.
And, oops, we're getting messy. 6. Good enough. Okay. All right.
Now, where should I put this?
I'll take that over here.
Ready?
Okay.
We have our mixture.
And then we need a teaspoon of prepared yellow mustard. I can take that. You grab the mustard and get ready to do a teaspoon of mustard.
Do you mind if I just squirt it?
Nope, not at all. Do you need my help? Let me know.
Can you just...
I'll hold that for you. You know, we always talk about this at each of our programs, but cooking and baking is such a great activity. I mean, not only just having fun together and working on a project together, but you can learn a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Because you get a little math in there, a little science. We learn about all this equipment and vocabulary, so it's really
What's next?
Oh, you're ready to the next. We need a 4th teaspoon of salt.
I have the salt ready.
Yep. All right. Okay. We'll plop that in there. Okay, and now we're ready. You can mash this all with a fork, but we're gonna quick take our mixer here because it'll be a little faster today. Okay? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So you can turn it on. So a little noisy for a moment.
Yeah.
We're so glad you're here joining us today. We're still doing some great virtual events on our Facebook page for the library.
Yes.
For the younger kiddos, Monday Fun Day is great on Monday evenings at 6:30. We'll sprinkle in throughout the year. We've had some great author talks recently, so just keep an eye on those things. But we're bringing back, we've got some in-person programming we're bringing back, and I know all of our youth services librarians are really working hard on the summer reading program. It's going to be really fun this year, so we're excited about that. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good. Okay. Should we show you, can you hold up? Yep, so that's what our mixture looks like in there. Now a couple things we could add in. The recipe also calls for a tablespoon of minced white onion and a tablespoon of minced celery for a little added flavor and texture. Are we big onion people in our house?
Not really.
Not really, so we're gonna leave the onion out today. We could sprinkle in a little minced onion too, but I think we're good. Should we just do a little bit of celery, or do you want to leave that out? You know what? I have an idea. We'll leave that out for now, okay? We'll show you what you can do with that later.
All right.
Because it does add like a nice crunchy texture. Where did that other spatula go? Let's see. Okay, here comes the fun part. Now, certainly you could just take a spoon, Morgan, and you could just load your eggs with the mixture with a spoon, but we're gonna pipe it in today. We just have like a little frosting piper thinger. And gosh, I think Grandma Marilyn got this for us did she even get it at the dollar store for us maybe?
I don't know.
So it was not an expensive contraption. So, see how I'm gonna...
Can I get it can I use on a or something?
Nope, I think I can get it in there. Except I'm gonna keep poking you with the...
It's okay.
Alright. Trying to think what else is going on upcoming at the library. Oh, some of the libraries, and this is a youth program younger youth program on Saturdays, are doing something called Read, Stay, Play with some great STEM activity stations. The Chaska Friends are going to have a couple of pop-up book sales April 9th and May 14th on those Saturdays, just to have a little small pop-up book sale. So lots of great things happening. Okay. How about, should I do the first one and then Yeah. Okay. So, oh yeah, and it looks like Susan's offering up some great tips as well for piping in your mixture. So, thank you for your sharing, Susan. All right, here we go. It's really fun. And then we did the little, it's hard. The lighting's really hard today. So, you want to try one?
Yeah.
All right. Good job. You want to do another one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Morgan.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. So again, another fun activity, and you can get as creative as you want with that. You got it? Is it stuck? Keep pushing. There you go.
It's not perfect, but
It's looking beautiful. Wow.
oh,
That's okay. Why don't you do one more? And then we'll talk a little bit about garnishes, and then we're going to do a taste test, and then voila! Oh my goodness, time is going by so fast today.
not perfect. Wait, can I do?
That's okay. You know what? It's all right. What did you tell me earlier? It's not necessarily how it looks,
This is how it tastes.
it's how it tastes. Okay, so I don't know. Oh yeah, you can kind of see that, how we piped those right in there. Super fun.
Mom, can I put the rest in here?
Yeah. Yep. And then, so you could garnish with a little bit of celery for a little bit of crunch. Or here's another idea. This is just red pepper that I diced up really finely. So you could do some garnish like that. Some people like to put paprika, sprinkle a little paprika on theirs. Which one are you going to try?
This one.
That one? Okay. So I think I'll do a little paprika, and I'm going to do a little red pepper. Do you want anything on yours?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Voila! These are pretty easy,
Yeah.
right? So, okay, we're going to do a taste test. Cheers!
Cheers.
All right. Well,
It's good.
it's good? It's good. They turned out great.
Yeah.
You taste the flavors in the egg yolk.
I can taste the mayonnaise.
Yes. It's really good with, I like the paprika and the red pepper on it. But like I said, the author for this particular cookbook, really delves into like doing lots of different variations with the mixture. So that could be a lot of fun to explore. Gosh, we could make a different one every week.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, and we have a lot of our family here watching today. Auntie Jay says we like to add a little dill to ours. That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And too, with spring and summer coming and things popping up in our gardens, that will be a great opportunity to explore different variations with what pops up out there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this has been great.
Yes.
We won't be back for a while now.
Yeah.
Probably not until summer, which is hard to believe, but we're so glad you could all join us today. We hope you learned something new and exciting and fun.
Yeah.
Or maybe learned about an old, new trick, something. Anything else you want to add today? You're good?
I had fun.
Had fun, I know. Now, it's always fun to talk about the library and the great unexpected, fun resources that we can find at the library.
Definitely.
Or maybe expected. I shouldn't say always unexpected, right?
Yeah.
But come and visit me in Chaska. And, have a great, wonderful spring-like day finally. And we'll see you
Yes.
all soon with another Cooking in the Kitchen.
Okay.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for joining
Bye.
us.